after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Good afternoon. You're listening to WQKE LP 93.9 FM out of Plattsburgh, New York. Welcome to your 3 o'clock sports report with Desmond and Liam. Desmond, how are you today?
I'm tired. I just played basketball for like an hour and a half.
So we didn't do twinning attire today. To supplement our twinning attire, which is usually how we start the show, we did basketball. We just played one-on-one for... Desmond, why don't you give the rundown of our one-on-one games?
I won all 3 games, but it was close. I started off very cold, but as the games went on, I picked it up. I think it was my old man mid-range shot.
I think it was... we played to 5. I think it was 5-3, 5-2, 5-1.
Yeah, I think
so. My touch around the rim needs a little bit of work, but Desmond got very good mid-range.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on for the most part for the last year or so.
Yeah,
I started playing basketball seriously probably around 10th grade of high school, and I started off, I was working on defense and rebounding, and then I worked on a lot of mid-range, and then I moved to layups, 3-point, just working on the all-around game. But I'd definitely say the best part is the old man mid-range.
Old man
mid-range.
I love it. So, it was it's been since Wednesday, so not even a week, and it's been an awesome weekend. I feel like we knew it was going to be a good weekend. A lot of stuff going down, obviously. We talked about how excited I was for the Masters on the last episode, I believe. So that was fun. But then, all the other stuff that happened.
Do you just say Masters and fun in the same sentence?
We can talk about it we can talk about it right now. I probably watched over 10 hours of golf this weekend. To over 10 hours.
That is... Wow.
And I thought I was going to watch more, honestly. I was surprised it was only 10 hours.
Golf.
It was all day. So, I don't know. I don't care. Desmond's been nagging me for this one. But I do think it's been the biggest sports, or if not the biggest sports story, is Scotty Scheffler winning the Masters.
Who?
Yeah, whatever. Scotty Scheffler, number 1 ranked in the world. He had not won a single event until 57 days ago. I think 8 weeks ago. And since then, he's won 4 of his last 6 starts, which is unbelievable. And yeah, I'm just casually got the lead on Friday afternoon, and then Saturday and Sunday just closed it out. Had a great round on Friday, and then I think he shot 4 rounds under par. It was an awesome weekend of golf. You probably didn't pay attention to it, but on 18 yesterday, the final hole, a grouping of Rory McIlroy, who's really famous. I'm sure you've heard of Rory.
Of course I've heard of him.
And then Colin Morikawa, who's a big up-and-comer, one of my favorite golfers. They both were in the sand on 18. Rory hits his shot, holes out from the sand, and he is it was such a cool shot because there was so much break on the green. Rolled it into the hole, chucks his golf club, hugs his caddy, crowd's going crazy. Morikawa from the sand, holes out, too. They both holed out. It was crazy. So, in sequence, both didn't even have to touch a putter on the final hole. So that was a really cool pairing if anyone was watching that. I think Rory shot 8 under yesterday, which was ridiculous, and I believe was the best round of the weekend, which is so unbelievable that he managed to do that. So there's your Masters talk for the day.
Hopefully the last time.
I'm not. It's going to be every year that we do this. It's going to be about the Masters. The Masters is one of my favorite weekends of sports. I'm not even lying. I just love it. I love the Masters.
Golf.
I just love the Masters because it's so prestigious and historic, and there's so much hype for it. And Augusta, it's just it's such a hard course to play, and you need to be experienced to win. It's just so cool. Even though Scheffler's only 25 years old. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So let's move on. Next, NBA.
Well, yeah, I mean the last day of the regular season was yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say uneventful. I mean,
it was pretty cool.
A lot of people are kind of mad at the Bucks saying that they tanked to avoid the Nets, which I don't know why I mean, obviously we know why they'd want to avoid the Nets, but I mean, they beat the Nets last year, and they can definitely do it again. But, yeah, I mean, the only thing I really have to talk about in terms of the games yesterday were the Knicks, with Obi Toppin dropping 42 in the absence of Julius Randle, proving yet again how just big of a detriment Julius Randle is to this team and how badly he needs to go. Because I've been saying all season that he's been a detriment to RJ's development. Now we're seeing just how much of a detriment he's been to Emmanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin's development as well. It's just kind of common sense that when you have a 27-year-old power forward that can't shoot yet thinks he's Kobe Bryant and decides to dribble the ball out for 20 seconds and chuck the ball out at last second, then you're not going to get many opportunities for the young guys. But if the front office looks at this team and the young core we have, and then looks at Julius Randle and thinks that he fits with this team, then the front office needs to go. I've liked the front office. I've liked the moves they've made. I like the guys. But if they decide that keeping Julius Randle is an even competent decision, then they need to go. That's all I have to say. But with that, we'll move into the play-in and playoffs. We'll start off with the play-in. We have their play-in matchups. Out east, we have the 7-8 seeded Nets and Cavs, and then the Hornets and Hawks. I don't like the play-in tournament much. I don't know all the rules about it, but I'll say I believe that the loser of the Nets and Cavs plays a winner of Hornets-Hawks, and then whoever wins that game plays a 1 seed. So say the Nets win. Say the Nets and Hornets win, the Cavs and Hawks would play. And the winner of the Cavs and Hawks game would go to...
What?
No. The winner
What?
of the Cavs and Hornets would go
Let me look
and play
this
the
up.
1 seed. That's how it goes. So the Nets and Cavs, the winner of the Nets and Cavs automatically is in the playoffs. The loser gets another chance to come back and win, and they play
Yeah.
the winner of the 9 and 10 game.
Yeah.
So if you lose a 9 and 10 game, you're done. If you lose a 7-8 game, you have one more chance.
Yes.
And then out west, we have Timberwolves Clippers as our 7-8 seed, and Pelicans Spurs as our 9 and 10. Out east, I'm probably going to go Nets and Hawks, making it out of both games. I mean, even if the Cavs, I like this Cavs team a lot, but the Hawks have a lot more. Well, I wouldn't really say a lot more. They have more experience. They've only been in the playoff really one time, but they went all the way to conference finals, so it's obviously a lot. And Trae Young
Turns into God in the playoffs.
basically, especially against New York, but we'll move on from there. And then for out west, I'd probably go, depending on how well Paul George plays, I'd go Timberwolves. Even then, I'd still go Timberwolves because they don't have anyone that can stop Karl-Anthony Towns. And then I want to go Spurs because of Popovich and DeJounte Murray, but Pelicans have been really hot. C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram have played very well together. Plus, people have been talking about Zion maybe coming back. So, I mean,
I like the Pelicans in that game.
Yeah, I'd probably go Pelicans. The only really thing that's deterring me from that is Popovich, just again purely based off of experience. But with that, we'll move into the playoff schedule. We'll start off with the East with the
Heat. That's you.
MF Doom song just started playing on my phone for no reason. All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's nothing wrong at all. But anyways, the number one Heat plays the play-in tournament winner, so they would end up playing the loser of 7-8,
Yes.
the second matchup of the play-in tournament,
Yes.
basically. Then we have the number 2 Celtics plays the winner of the 7-8 matchup, so likely the Nets. The number 3 Bucks plays number 6 Bulls. I know my buddy Cam is listening right now. Bucks are going to sweep. And then Philadelphia 76ers at the 4 seed play the Raptors at 5.
That's going to be a close one.
Yeah, I have Philly winning it now, but if Harden doesn't play well and the Raptors can contain Embiid, which I feel like they have a better shot of doing
Than a lot of
than
teams.
most teams,
Yeah, they have a better shot than a lot of teams.
then they definitely could pull something off.
I'm really excited for the Bucks-Bulls series before we move on. Really excited.
I would be more excited if I didn't think that the
But I think Giannis is going to do things in that series that are going to shock a lot of
they
people.
don't have anyone that can even come close to stopping Giannis. That's why it's going to be
No, the only shot the Bulls have is really good offense, but they don't have Lonzo. So
Yeah, even then, Lonzo's a good player.
he's a good facilitator.
Not the difference maker. Yeah, to me, the most exciting matchup is the Celtics and Nets, because I think that the Nets are definitely going to win against the Cavs. Because,
Wow, you're confident.
yeah, I mean, I love this Cavs team, but, like, they don't have anyone to stop Kevin Durant. They don't have anyone to stop Kyrie.
Eh.
And they're inexperienced. Very inexperienced, except for, like, Kevin Love.
Kyrie doesn't blow me away.
I can't really say in the playoffs, because he has not played tremendously in the playoffs recently, but anyways. With that, I'd probably go Celtics, honestly, because with the way Kyrie's kind of been meh in the playoffs recently, and I don't know, it's a very tough matchup. The Celtics are a team that I could really see losing the first or going all the way to conference finals.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, especially without Robert Williams. But with that, move on to the West. We have the number 1 seeded Suns playing the winner of the second play-in tournament game.
Who knows?
Second seeded Grizzlies. I can't believe they're second seed. Playing either the Timberwolves or the Clippers. The third seed Warriors playing the Nuggets, which I'm very excited about that matchup.
Should be a great series.
And the number 4 Mavericks playing the number 5 Jazz.
Should be a great series.
I think the Warriors are obviously a great team, but they don't have anyone that can stop Jokic. I love Draymond. He's not stopping Jokic. Kevon Looney definitely isn't stopping Jokic. So I read Shams put out a tweet that said that Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. likely are not returning, so that definitely puts a tamper on the Nuggets playoff odds,
and it also isolates Jokic, which...
Yeah, but you can't isolate him.
No, I'm just saying that he's going to be 100% double that entire series.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop him.
No.
But,
he's on, oh, God.
Yeah, but, and then this is the most intriguing one. We have the number 4 Mavericks against the number 5 Jazz. If the Jazz keep playing like they have been, like, all the second half of the season, Mavericks are going to win. But it's just, Rudy Gobert scares me because even though Donovan Mitchell, we talked about it last show, doesn't pass to him, if he decides to, they don't have anyone that can stop Rudy down low. I mean, or Rudy Gobert can just fall apart in the playoffs like he usually does. But
that'd be fine.
I don't know. Regardless, I think
I'd like to see Luka get a deep playoff run.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of bad luck with teams he's played in the playoffs. But
I'd say
we'll see. We'll see how things go. Regardless, it's going to be another good year of the playoffs.
What series are you looking forward to the most?
Celtics Nets.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm looking forward to Warriors Nuggets because that's
another good one.
That's two very different kinds of teams.
Yeah, absolutely. With that, we ready to move on to baseball?
Or do you want to play while we're talking about basketball? Podal.
Play Podal. Oh, we could do Podal. We could do game Podal.
We'll hit some Weddle at the end. That's been our new thing lately. Pulling it up.
But yeah, I'll pull it up. Let's see if it's gonna load.
So Podal's like Wordle for those who haven't been listening, but it's NBA players.
Yep. All right. We'll start off how we usually do with my favorite player in the NBA, RJ Barrett. All right, so he plays in the East. He's taller than 6'6", older than 21. Number is okay. So he's a forward or a guard too. He's on the Atlantic Division. Let's try. Try Isaac Okoro.
Why?
Why not? Okay. So this is probably a big man because his number is higher than 35. He's older than 21. He's taller than 6'5" and 6'6". So let's try Tony Bradley.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, read him off again.
So he plays in the East.
Yep.
Older than 21. Older than 24. Number is higher than 35. He's between 6'6" and 6'10". Is it Thomas Bryant? Because I know Thomas Bryant is not crazy tall. Okay. So now we have more. He plays in the Southeast Division.
Okay.
I don't even know what that. I think that's like.
I'll look it up.
If I'm not mistaken, that is the Wizards, Heat. I think Pacers.
Southeast is not even close. Hawks, Hornets, Heat, Magic, Wizards. Oh, kind of close. Sorry.
Yeah. So go over those teams one more time.
The Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
The Heat. The Magic. The Wizards.
Okay. Is it Mason Plumlee? Whichever one's on the Hornets.
It's not a guard, right?
No.
What is it?
Okay. We're looking at a very old player here because Mason Plumlee's 32. He's older than 32.
Holy crap.
Is it Udonis Haslem? Yep, it's Udonis Haslem.
I don't even know. What teams do you play for?
You don't know Udonis Haslem?
I probably do, but I
yeah.
haven't heard that name.
My guess behind that was literally just like really old, but like also not tall big men. And the first guy that came up to my mind was Udonis Haslem because in that division I don't know who else it would be. So we got it in 6 tries. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I wish this had a hard mode like
Weddle, which we'll do when we come back from break.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about baseball after the break. Before we go to break, I want to talk about this.
Oh boy.
Colin Cowherd.
Oh no.
Just proposed this trade. Ready?
Yeah.
The Warriors receive Anthony Davis, The Lakers receive Klay Thompson and James Wiseman.
That is the worst trade I've ever seen. And Colin Cowherd proposed that.
Yeah. Why would the Warriors ever agree to this?
What? Why would the Lakers ever agree to that?
Anthony Davis plays like 3 games a year.
Okay, but he's still miles better than Clay and Wiseman would ever be when he's on the court. Dude, they do that, then teams like the Nuggets aren't even a concern for them. They've been looking for a dominant big man for a long time. Not that they really need one, but...
I also saw the stat that I want to tell you about. Well, we can keep talking about this. Since 2017, Dirk has played in more games
than John Wall.
Yes.
I saw that.
That's hilarious.
That's so... I mean...
That is a horrible trade proposal. We both
the Wizards thinking when they gave him that contract?
We both just single-handedly said that the deal was bad for both teams. I was like, you were like, why would the Lakers take that? I was like, why would the Warriors take that?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm the Warriors, I'd take that in a heartbeat because, I mean, Clay's cool, but, like, Anthony Davis provides a lot more. And then if you're, I mean, why would you ever do that if you're the Lakers?
Probably for a shooter.
Unless you're rebuilding. Yeah, but what do you, Wiseman's not developed enough to run him big minutes at center. Not next to LeBron.
Their team is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we've got to talk about Embiid, scoring title.
Oh, yeah, Embiid won the scoring title. I mean, good for him. I think he was the first big man since Shaq to do it.
Yeah, for a center.
The most, 40 and 10 games in a season ever. No, I don't think ever. I feel like saying ever is not correct because of Wilt Chamberlain, but, I mean, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Most 40 and 10s ever.
In a season.
Wow.
I don't know, though, because Wilt Chamberlain is one of the guys that would have 11 billion of those in a season. But, anyways, are we heading to break? Or are we going to talk about baseball first?
We'll have to break. Do you know Luke Garza dropped 20 points yesterday?
Luka Garza?
Luka Garza, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember watching that guy in college before he got drafted. I like that guy a lot. That's awesome.
Plays for the
Pistons, right? Yep, good for him.
20, 8 of 8, 15 from the field. Or 8 of 18 from the field, sorry.
Not bad.
Good day.
Not bad. Yeah.
I love Luka Garza.
Yeah, he played for Iowa, I believe. Yeah, he's in Big Ten.
That's awesome. All right, well, we're going to head to a quick break here. When we come back, we'll talk about baseball and hit some Weddle, and then we'll send you off on this Monday afternoon. Woo. See you then. Welcome back to WQK Up 93.9. We're in the second half of your sports report with Desmond and Liam. Sorry for the pause there.
I just can't stand the music or ads that play here sometimes.
I don't mind the ads.
Make that note.
The music's a little
questionable.
Very.
Anyways, I wonder is there a Weddle game or Pirtle game for baseball? I don't know. Anyways, we'll move on to baseball. Obviously, opening day was last Thursday, the day after our Wednesday show, which we weren't able to put out because of technical difficulties. By that, I mean our studio was locked, which was fun. Anyways, the Mets started off to 3-1 on the season after playing the series against the Nationals. Everyone's really looked great so far. I like what I saw to Chris Bassett, and I believe it was the third game. Pete Alonso also hit a grand slam in that game. Yeah, I mean, I watched 2.5 games out of that series. I did not watch the fourth game, the one we ended up losing, but from what I'm hearing, Edwin Diaz gave up a big run, which...
No surprises there.
No, that's why he's kind of become known as Ed Lose Diaz recently, but we'll move on from that. In terms of other New York teams, I saw I don't know what the Yankees, what their record.
The Yankees are 2-1. They won the first two against the Red Sox. The first came on a walk-off single from Josh Donaldson, which was really cool. And then they won the second game on a go-ahead home run from Giancarlo Stanton. And then yesterday, I don't even know the stat. I don't even want to look it up. I think they left runners in scoring position almost every inning of the game and lost.
I was going to say, I saw that their pitching hadn't been playing well.
It's fine. Their bullpen's good. And
I saw a stat. Let me see if I can find it. But if you have anything to add about baseball, you go ahead.
So there's only one undefeated team left. Fun fact.
Really?
Every team is lost except the Rays, but the Rays played the Orioles and swept them. It's a lot of interesting teams. The Kansas City Royals are randomly 2-1.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't they have what's his name, Bobby Witt?
Bobby Witt. They have.
He had a real nice hit in the game.
Yeah, they had Greinke.
The one I saw. They've Zach Greinke.
Yep.
What? That's I completely forgot the Rangers had Corey Seager.
Yep.
Until I played them in the show.
So they're 2-1. the Rangers, speaking of them, managed to leave the series against the Blue Jays, who are like heavily favored to win the World, or not heavily, but I believe they're one of the favorites. Sorry, to win the World Series this year. Left that series 1-2, which could have been way worse. But I believe the Blue Jays made a 6-run comeback.
Wow.
On opening day, which was really cool. Yeah, like we said, the Mets are currently leading the NL East at a 3-1 record.
Let's go.
Phillies are right behind them. I can't believe the Nats got it 1 a game there, but we'll move on from that. And then the Dodgers. That's the other big story.
What?
Disappointing. 1-2. A little bit of a rough start to the year for them. I don't think the hitting has came around yet, but I feel like it's also I would say disappointing. We can throw around very loosely because I think it'll be just about a matter of time before they turn the corner and just start tearing the cover off the baseball.
Absolutely.
They lost 3-2 to the Rockies and then 9-4 yesterday. The other one is Seth Beer.
That's my boy.
So first of all, the Diamondbacks are 1-3, so it's not like their only win this year has come.
They are not very.
No, they are not very good. It's when prospect for player.
Yeah, I don't think he's a prospect anymore.
Seth Beer on National Beer Day hit a walk-off home run. I don't know if you saw that video of that fan yelling. He's like, Beer, he's going to win it for us. Next pitch, it's a walk-off home run. And then the next day, they gave out free Coors Light.
That's awesome.
To the first 10,000 fans who came, over 21 fans, which is so cool.
No, I remember watching him because he played for the Tri-State Valley Cats, and I watched him play like twice. He was really good there, so I'm not surprised to see him playing well. But I found the stat. The Yankees starting pitching over 3 games, 6.95 ERA, 8 earned runs allowed. But then their bullpen over 3 games, 0.96 ERA with only 2 earned runs allowed.
It's a little bit inflated because of Garrett Cole pitching horribly in the first set.
I did see that.
And Montgomery didn't pitch. I believe it was Montgomery yesterday. He didn't pitch.
Montgomery is his name?
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. He's my favorite number, 47. Fun fact, 47 is my favorite number. And
That's a weird favorite number.
47.
Well, I mean...
But, like, their bullpen is still, like, a lot of no-namers. Like, Wandy Peralta, who's such a weird name, but he's so good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it goes to them.
But, yeah, no, I mean...
Yeah, it was Montgomery.
I've been paying more attention to baseball than I usually do, because
It's so interesting. It's such a good sport.
But, I mean, obviously the Mets dealing with injuries to DeGrom and Max Scherzer is not ideal, but to start off 3-1 with Chris Bassett looking fantastic. I mean, obviously the Nationals aren't like an ideal team.
No, they're not very
look
good
at in terms of competition, but it really doesn't matter if you start off 3-1. Hopefully they can continue that because it's about time we're back in the playoffs. But
I'm not going to get my hopes up on the Mets yet.
I'm not going to either, but I just want to make the playoffs.
And I think the biggest storyline was Aaron Judge turned down a 7-year, $200-something million extension that would have made him $30.6 million a year.
Yep.
So I just want to make a couple comments on this because I had a couple debates about this with my family members, but they brought up good points. So I wasn't a big fan of what happened, the sequence of this. So let me break it down. Aaron Judge, they kind of set like a deadline that they wanted to extend him before opening day.
Yeah.
And then if he wasn't extended by opening day, he would start meeting with other teams. So whatever.
Wait, you can meet with other teams during
the season? I don't know about during the season, but after the season. I don't think. I just feel like I think the reason they did that so he didn't have to talk about extension during the season.
Yeah.
So whatever. They offer him 7 years, $30 million, which, hot take, I don't even think he's worth 7 years, $30 million. He is a very good marketable player.
That's what
very good guy. He's
it's
like
the leadership, the marketability, and obviously he is a very good player.
He's
but
fine.
Worth that much,
and I think it's like the Dallas Cowboys effect, where he gets super blown up because he plays in the biggest market in all of sports. When he's just, I don't think he is all of that. When I watch him sometimes, like last night, he makes me want to kick something because he's a great fielder. He's all over the field. He's fast, but my God, sometimes he swings at pitches that don't even make any sense.
I mean, yeah, but that's what you're going to get out of a power hitter like that.
Oh, absolutely. It's either home run or bust for those kinds of guys. And Stanton, Stanton's really started to grow on me because he's kind of transformed his game into just lacing balls up and up the field. What are you looking at?
It's crazy to think, like, obviously baseball is a very different sport in terms of, like, when guys come up.
Oh.
But, like, Judge is already 29.
Yeah.
Like, that's just so crazy.
Exactly. Like, at that point, the hot take here, let him walk. Let him walk. Go get that. Go take a $10 million or 7-8 year extension from another team and play your 40 and your wash, making $30 million a year. At that point, he feels very replaceable. However, he's homegrown, whatever. Like,
yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I didn't know Nelson Cruz was like 42.
Yeah,
like I love Nelson Cruz. I didn't
he's
even know
old.
that. Yeah, it's just like because like I remember him like growing up, but like he didn't come to the majors till he's 27.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's
And
just
then,
crazy to think
so
about.
everyone's been having this debate on Twitter, or not everyone, I've seen this debate on Twitter that the Yankees shouldn't have released their contract offer before the season started because it creates drama. However, I'm going to give a counter argument to that because I think I do have a good point here, is that, and my stepdad said this to me, he's actually kind of right, like, hey, Aaron Judge for months has been like, oh, it's all in the Yankees' hands. That's essentially what he's saying. And the Yankees are like, hey, we offered him $30 million a year for 7 years and he turned it down. Like, at that point, I think they're kind of like, you can't just keep going to the media and saying, oh, it's in the Yankees' hands. I want to play here, blah, blah, blah. And then when they offer you that much money, which would make him one of the highest paid outfielders in the league, I think he would make more than Mookie Betts, which I don't think he's nearly as productive as Mookie Betts.
Yeah,
it's comparable to Mookie Betts. I don't know his exact contract, so don't quote me on that. However, I don't get it, is what I'm getting at. Like, I don't get Judge's point at all, to be honest, because I don't think he's going to make that much more money, and he says he wants to play in New York. He's like I said, homegrown. There's just no loyalty in any sport anymore. I know it's just like old-fashioned fan of me to say, and I think Freddie Freeman definitely proved that. Like, you take your franchise you've played for your entire career to a World Series, and you just...
I'm going to go to the best team.
Yeah, exactly, then you just dip.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of dip after that. Not cool. But, like, I don't know. It's making me start to dislike Judge, which I was never really the biggest Judge fan because, like I said, I think he gets super overhyped. It's not his fault. I don't think he's very productive. I think that sometimes he does things at the plate that make literally no sense. I wish he would just become a contact hitter because the Yankees are so desperately needing a contact hitter at the moment. But that's all right. Also, Anthony Rizzo is unbelievably good for some reason.
Yeah, I saw his on MLB The Show, his like Diamond Dynasty card is up to like 84, 85 right now.
Out of he had an okay when the Yankees traded for him last year. He had an okay end of the season. They bring him back. He's obviously a leader in the clubhouse. Seems like it, and I think Donaldson's a leader too. That's why they went after him.
I love Josh Donaldson a lot.
I'm okay with him, but I'm not even going to go into it. I just don't like him because the Yankees could have had Correa, but instead got Josh Donaldson and whatever Keener Falafa, and don't even get me started on him. He's horrible at the plate. Oh my goodness. The Yankees, but this is like
really good at defense go.
He's so the Yankees' like problem last year wasn't pitching. Everyone thought it was pitching, but if you watch them, it was defense and hitting. Yeah. And so they improved the defense, but their hitting's still terrible.
Didn't they have like the most hit, like double plays hit into in
I believe,
baseball?
Yeah, I believe so. And again, like when Aaron Hicks and Keener Falafa come up with runners in scoring position, it's like, oh, here comes a double play. And that's exactly all that would happen yesterday. So, I don't know, it feels like even in those first two wins, which one of them was a walk-off and the other was a huge go-ahead hit from Stanton, it just felt like last year's Yankees, but whatever. The Yankees are the Yankees. There's my Yankees rant for the day.
Like, these baseball player ages is really messing with me. Like, Max Scherzer is 37.
Yeah, he's old.
Jacob deGrom is 33.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think he's the same age as Mark Hanna.
But you progress a lot differently.
No, that's what I'm saying.
If you're a first-round pick in baseball, you literally start in, like, single-A ball, which is, like, the minor... It'd be, like, three... If the NFL had 3 minor leagues.
No, trust me, I know. It's just very, very crazy.
Development in baseball is so confusing. Like, Judge didn't come up till he was 26.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think. 25. Really, like... That's phenomenal to think about. And the Yankees are counting on these prospects who are like 18 years old. Dominguez, I think, is 17 or 18 years old. Yeah. That guy won't be coming up for like 8 more years.
2024 is when he's projected to come up.
Yeah, and like they're counting on this Volpe guy.
Volpe, yeah. I know a lot of these prospects from cards because Jason Dominguez was like the biggest name in baseball cards for like 4 months.
Volpe isn't going to come up for like...
Yeah, Volpe is another big name.
He's not
because they play for the Yankees.
Oh, absolutely. They're big marketability. Like, Volpe isn't going to come up for, like, 2 years. Neither will Dominguez, like you said, so.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's baseball. I love watching baseball.
So,
what games are going on right now? I saw got a tweet notification from Kenny Beecham saying Bobby Witt Jr. is disgusting, so I'd assume he probably did something great again.
Let's look. I think they're losing, the Royals. The Bucks. Oh, my God. The Brewers and the Orioles are tied at 0 in the bottom of the second. Let's look at Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt has had a run today, so he must have done something disgusting. Yeah. But he hasn't had a hit yet. Yeah, but the Royals are winning. Are tied 4-4 with the Guardians, so good for them.
Yep, and then...
I found...
A ton of games on today.
Baseball.
The Phillies.
The best game today. I know I'm a Yankees fan. I'm biased. Best game today is Blue Jays Yankees 7:05 at Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
absolutely.
Someone needs to.
Absolutely.
Will. I'm gonna watch it, but someone needs to watch that because that's gonna be such a good game.
I'll watch that tonight.
So they have a baseball wordle. It's called Wardle because like war is a big stat in baseball.
Okay.
Who do we want to start with?
You can take the mantle on this one. We'll start with Pete Alonso.
I'm really not good at he's right-hander from the U.S.
Hold on, let me. Oh my.
We might have to do
Wardle?
some. We might have to do some looking up. Wardle. All right, who's right-handed? Aaron Judge. Now that we just talked about him.
Okay. All right. Pete Alonso.
Can you look up what yellow means?
Yes.
Oh wait, see if I can get it up. Never mind.
Got it.
Yellow in league division is either you have the division or league correct. So he probably plays in the AL, and yellow in age. He's within 2 years of 29.
Okay. So
He's right-handed from the U.S., but he doesn't play right field or first base.
oh, this is terrible for me. Like I love baseball. I love players, but like I don't know.
Think of like a significant second baseman.
second baseman.
Let's look up Anthony Rendon because I think he's from the
He's
U.S.
30 years old.
So he'd be within 2 years.
I looked up Trey Mancini because that's
All right.
That's my
okay.
favorite player.
AL West.
So he's AL West, 30 years old. Who plays in the AL West?
No, he's not 30. He's
No, right.
Oh,
here.
he is 30,
Green,
yeah.
green on 30. I looked up Trey Mancini.
Of course
my
he
favorite,
is.
my favorite
Stop-
player
stop
in
cheating.
baseball.
AL West. So he either plays for the Rangers, Mariners, Angels, Astros, or Athletics.
How old is Marcus Semien? I think it might be Marcus Semien. Nope.
31.
He is. I can't. It's not letting me see. Hold on. He's second baseman.
He is the second baseman.
So he's AL West, right-handed, 30 years old, second baseman. So who's the second baseman on the Astros? I have no idea. What does Altuve play? Isn't he
Altuve's short.
short? Yeah.
Wait. No.
Well, he is
it actually
short,
might be
but-
Altuve.
Is-
Good guess. Yep, second base. Oh, Altuve's from Venezuela. We're such idiots.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why didn't we think of that?
It was a gut
blanked.
thing. Where is this?
This
I
is
just had a
rough.
thing pulled
This
up.
is rough for me.
No, this isn't rough. We're okay. We got this. So, I'm just looking at second baseman.
So, like, what are the teams in the AL West again?
Oh, I think it might be him.
Who?
Ty France. He's the second baseman.
I know who that is.
He's the second baseman for the Mariners. How many guesses do we got?
9. Nope. Because he's 27.
AL West, right? 27. Ugh.
So, yeah, okay. So, oh, man. I don't,
We got
I really
this.
don't know.
It could be Adam Frazier, too.
I'll look that up.
I believe Adam Frazier's 30.
It is... Okay. We have literally everything except for the team. Like,
He's a
okay.
Bats left-handed, too. Throws right-handed. Interesting.
That's weird. That's really, really weird. So, okay. Like, why couldn't it just be Adam Frazier?
I'm looking up.
So, okay, we literally have everything but the player.
It's not David Fletcher. I know he's second baseman.
Here, I'll sacrifice my guess on here.
It's not him.
It is not him. He's not playing the Angels, the player we're looking for.
I gotta remember that. So the AL West teams again.
He's not on the
Rangers, Astros.
No.
Who's the Rangers second baseman? Marcus Semien.
He's not on the Rangers because it would have popped up on green for Rangers.
And we guessed someone on the Astros. It's not him. Mm-hmm. So it's either the Athletics or it's the Athletics because the Mariners are Adam Frazier.
I don't know. The last player I knew on the A's was Olsen and Chris Davis, and Chris Davis isn't even in the league anymore. I miss Chris Davis so much.
Chris Davis?
He was him and Mancini were like my two favorite players to watch.
Is it Chad Pinder?
Is that who it is? Or?
I forgot about him.
Oh,
No.
I have the right player here.
How'd you find it?
I ran out of guesses.
Oh, okay. Don't tell me.
I won't. I don't.
Second-
I've heard of this guy, but I literally
It's second base.
I
It's close to the
literally know nothing
Athletics.
about
I
him.
know that.
I think he does. Yeah.
Well, it should say.
Well, no. I just see the correct player was blank. Try again tomorrow. I know who this is, but I know nothing about him.
I'm telling you, this is not my strong suit. Is it Tony Kemp? Yep. Let's go.
I didn't want to say anything.
I was about to say, it's one of those, it's either Pinder or Kemp. And
I put in Pinder and got it wrong.
I just had to remember who Kemp's name was.
All right, we'll move on to Weddle. Who do we start off with Weddle?
Andrew Thomas?
No, that's for the hard mode. I don't
We
think
started with Mahomes last time.
Yeah, we usually do a quarterback.
Remember when it was a kicker?
Is Blake Bortles still an option? He is an option. We'll start off with Blake Bortles. He's a quarterback. Okay. He's a quarterback. He's older than 29, shorter than 6'5". So
Blake Bortles is 6'5"?
Yeah, he also sucks.
Well, yeah. Not NFC South.
Nope.
But it would have been yellow in NFC. So it's got to be an AFC quarterback.
So it's an AFC quarterback. Derek Carr?
Yep.
I think Derek Carr is... It's Derek Carr. That's awesome.
2 guesses.
That's awesome. I'm so smart. I literally went, okay, Derek Carr's short. He's older than 29. Derek Carr.
Hard.
All right, hard mode.
Last segment of the day, hard Weddle.
Andrew Thomas. I'm waiting for the time that it's Andrew Thomas. So he's not an offensive tackle, doesn't play in the NFC East. He's within 2 years of 23, but he's older than 23, so he's 24 or 25. He's shorter than 6'5", so we're likely looking at a receiver or running back who is 25 years old. So
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Okay. So he is shorter than 6'1", so it's likely a running back who
In the AFC.
Yeah, it's definitely a running back.
Think of a running back.
No, it's not, it doesn't. Or yeah, in the AFC. Is it? I know who I'm thinking of. Wait, no, he plays in that.
Is it Nick Chubb?
No, Nick Chubb's older than 25.
Is he?
Yeah.
Thought he was picked.
He's like 27.
Oh, okay.
Is it Alexander? No, but that's the NFC. Is it?
Is it Jonathan Taylor?
No. Is it him?
I'm looking it up.
You're on me.
Yup.
Is it Jonathan Taylor?
No, team. Oh. He plays for the Colts. He's not a running back.
Why can't I spell Jonathan Taylor?
He's plays for the Colts. Not a running back. Older than 23. He's got to be 5'11" or 6 foot tall. So we need position, and he's greater than 28. Number 28.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think so. It could be a corner. So he's
who's the Colts corner?
I would say Rocky Sin, but he got traded. So I really don't know what other corners they have. They have a really good guy, but I know he's 26. Could it be? It's not okay. So it's not a running back or a receiver. So it's got to.
Don't they have Xavier Rhodes?
They might, but it's within 25, so he's 25 years old. Is it their kicker? Is it Rodrigo Blankenship?
Not again.
I swear to God, if it's a kicker. Okay, he's 25 years old. That's guaranteed. So he's under 5'10".
What? No, he's not. He's above 5'10".
Or he's above 5'10". So he's
5'11" or 6 foot tall.
Okay. So we're likely looking at it's got to be a corner or a safety then. Is Duron Harmon, is that the name of the guy they have? I don't know anyone in their secondary, now that they got rid of Rocky Sin. Man.
Is it Kenny Moore?
That's who I said when I said that's someone good, but...
Yellows for cornerback.
So that means it's a safety, I think. That means he's on defense. No. So it means he's on defense.
He's on defense.
But it's not a corner, so it's got to be one of their safeties.
Do you know any of the Colts safeties?
Nope, because the only one I knew was Malik Hooker, and he's on the Cowboys now.
Yes, he is.
Is it... Do they have Duron Harmon? Is that what I'm thinking of? No, he's on the Raiders, okay. It is a safety, though. It is a safety. It is definitely a safety. I just don't know their safeties.
What's the guy, Landry? No, I'm thinking of someone else.
That it's just like the other day I did this on my own, and I knew it was David Montgomery, but I couldn't think of his name, so I had to keep guessing until I got David Montgomery. So, who are the safeties on the Colts? I know they're not anything crazy. Oh, man.
Is it Joe?
Joe Mama?
That's what I was going to say.
Man, this is killing me.
That's it. I'm going to the depth chart.
I don't want to go to the depth chart. Is it? Oh my God, what's his name? He's
Willis.
young.
Willis?
Did you go to the depth chart for that?
Yes.
Why'd you do that? Because
You
I had it
weren't
in
gonna
my
get
mind. I had it. Kari Willis.
You weren't gonna get
It's
it.
gonna be him. Yep, I knew it.
You weren't going to get it.
Yeah, but I knew they had a young safety. I just literally couldn't think of it.
You weren't gonna get him.
I couldn't think of his name. That's the problem with this game. Like I'll know who it is. I just can't think of their name.
We did have to go to the depth chart.
Especially,
so.
I don't want to say random because Kari Willis is pretty good, but like out of the blue player,
The Colts have a
Kari
lot of good
Willis,
players, just not a good.
quarterback.
Exactly. Like they're like.
Hopefully, with Matt Ryan, that'll fix that. But they have one of the better offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
One of the
a good defense.
Top 3 running back. Great receivers, Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton. Great defense, but quarterback. Hopefully that'll be fixed with Matt Ryan, but we'll see.
I don't have a lot of hope for Matt Ryan.
I do, just because he has experience.
Yeah, but he had good targets last year, and he couldn't be very productive.
Ooh, what good target? Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
Calvin
Pitts.
Ridley for 5 games?
Oh, yeah, I forgot Ridley only played 5 games.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for joining our quiz show,
That's basically what this is.
the
now.
Sports Report / Wordle.
Nothing wrong with that. It's
Nothing
fun.
wrong with that at all. So if you missed the beginning part of this episode where we actually talk about live sports, tune into our Twitter. It'll be up in a couple days.
Yeah, Wednesday
Yep.
at noon.
Sports Report PTZ.
No, PLT.
PLT.
You're
not
thinking
P-
of PTZ Poetry.
No,
from
I'm thinking
our,
of WPTZ, which is our news channel in the area.
Oh,
Sorry,
I didn't know
PLT. PLT, sorry, my bad. We're just reached 69 followers, so
Yes.
big goal. We'd like to get that up to 100 before the end of the semester, so definitely give us a follow
I
there.
don't know, man. 69 is a pretty cool number.
It is. And then if you, like we said, podcast on Spotify.
Spotify, YouTube, Twitter again, at Sports Report, PLT.
So definitely tune in there. I know Desmond's been cooking up some good content on there. That's not...
Not
like
69 related.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah,
I
that's
put out a
exact-
poll the other day. They got
Yeah.
a good amount of votes.
Yeah,
but
so definitely tune in for that kind of content. But besides that, thank you for listening. Have a blessed evening, and stay safe out there. We look forward to hearing you guys Wednesday, same time, 3 o'clock.
have a blessed night.
Yes, sir.